Hi, hello, welcome back to another reading with me. It has been a while since my last reading, but I am back and I've had a lot going on. Lots of good stuff. So now I can focus again and redirect my energy. But I'm gonna get right into this reading, and as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And when I talk about energy, I am just talking about that masculine and feminine energy. We all have both within us, so take it as it fits. It may be an external energy or maybe your internal energy. I do have a couple new decks that I am going to use today, so we shall see what direction this reading goes. Oh, my cats are playing with their laser toy. But, oh, my muscles look nice. Anyway, I digress, but yeah. Okay, so let's get into this reading and see what is coming out. This collective reading. All right. Oh, I love it. Got the sovereign path, embodiment, leadership, and identity. I love it. Somebody is on their path. They're walking the sovereign path. It says, walk as the woman you are becoming. So, yeah, lovely. Somebody is really coming into their identity, embodying aspects of their true identity, being their authentic self. This person's rising, you know. It's kind of giving someone's been walking their path alone, mostly. No longer people pleasing, cutting people and things out of their life that's not aligned with the person they want to be, where they want to be in their life, etc. And I think somebody's coming into their confidence where they're not doing like someday or this is who I want to be, etc. It's more of like they have an idea of who they are, who they want to be, and even if they're not there yet, they're living their life and walking that way, acting that way, behaving like they are already there. And it's like a manifestation strategy as well. Kind of embody what it is you want. Make it where your subconscious mind feels like, yes, this is a reality. This is within reach, not like, oh, someday I'll get there, which someday or I am getting there, etc., is more so of like a future thing, right? So it's like you're always looking towards the future. It's never coming into the now. Okay, we got oof, the broken blade. Okay, so this is about somebody's shadow healing. If this person or if it's you, your life has seemed hard, or it may seem like things were not going as planned, or you're doing things slower than the average person. It's because there's a lot of healing going on. There's some shadow aspects that were being healed, some pain, but all those things that you experience, setbacks, etc., heartbreak, it helped you build resilience. So you're going through a process of healing, which is what's allowing you to be on the sovereign path. And this is actually associated with the fire element. So fire is about creation, movement. So it makes sense. But we have the broken blade. This is healing, resilience, reclaim the strength. So this is someone reclaiming their strength right now. While your life may have seemed stagnant, it was not. It's almost like ice, like a frozen lake. It's solid on the surface, and that's what people see. There's stillness, nothing going on, but on the bottom of that ice lake, there's water flowing, there's movement. So this kind of what's been going on with somebody, just healing. A wound becomes a weapon when healed. So all the things, and that's where the resilience comes from. All the things that you've been through, all the wounds, the heartache, etc. With healing, those things, it's almost like they can't be used against you. They can't hurt you anymore, because it's like you have lived through your worst fears, through your worst nightmares. So now those things are now a weapon for you. They're a tool that you can use to build a life you want. But those are shadows that need to be healed and brought to the light, etc., before you could be this person on the sovereign path, before you could become the person that you needed to be. So all those things that happened, they were not happening to you, they were happening for you. Even though in the moment it may not have seemed that way, but if those things had not happened to you, you would not have become as resilient as you have. I think you're in this place where you're inspiring other people to do their own healing. But all the stuff that happened to you was preparing you to be the person that you are meant to be. And getting like someone here who has a really big calling on their name, on their purpose. They have a really big purpose that goes just beyond them. We got the golden key. It says breakthrough, inner knowing. A solution is already within you. So if there's something that you are working on or confused about, there's an issue going on, you have the power. Everything you need is within you. But again, with this broken blade, everything that you've been through, not only has it made you resilient, but it has made you wise. And someone here needs to like trust their intuition, not like seek answers from the outside all the time. You have the answers within you. And a lot of times, like, we always know the answer, but we don't want that answer because it's an uncomfortable action or choice. We're gonna step up our comfort zone, fear. We typically want a different answer because we usually know what we gotta do. Just, yeah. All right. Ooh, we got the rising flame. I love it. Love it. Okay, so courage, momentum, breakthrough energy. So that is the second card that's saying breakthrough here. So we have the golden key, and then now we have the rising flame talking about a breakthrough. Rise, even when the path is unclear. So again, whatever you're going over in your head, trying to figure out what is the right thing to do, that is the answer. Rise, even when the path is unclear. So it's like your intuition is telling you what to do, what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Your soul is telling you what you need to do. You know what is aligned with you. But there's a fear here. Not knowing where this is going. So it's about taking courage, but whatever is within you, it is time. It is ready for it to come out and be put out into the world, for you to get on your path, fulfill your purpose, whatever it is that big purpose that you are here for. And you know, this flame, oh, I'll lean off, I don't know. it's got this really warm feeling in my stomach, but it's kind of giving this like Kundalini rising energy. So I'm getting here that people are starting to notice you. That may be in a professional sense, romantic sense. It's almost like you're shocking people. You know, people. It may even be people who've known you for a while. The definition they have of you, how they saw you, etc., might be shocking to them because you're not who they thought you were, or they didn't see that you were capable of certain things, or didn't think you were capable of certain things. But whatever it is that you're doing, it's giving like shock factor. Like you are rising, and for some of you, I feel like there's someone or some people attached to you who may have always seen your potential, or like they knew there was something different about you. They may not have known what, but they knew that there was something special about you. So it may seem like you've been walking your path alone, but you've had people on the sidelines cheering for you, supporting you. And I feel like that's going to be revealed to you, the people who've been in your corner the whole time. But I do feel like your spirit team has also been with you. So you've never truly been alone, right? And for some of you, like your spirit team, ancestors, etc., angels, they have shown up in the form of physical people. They've sent you messages through people. They've sent people to you to help you along your path. So you've never truly been alone. And for some of you, the way you might identify that is, I don't know, randomly meeting some person who like just says something that's like mind-blowing to you, or it's kind of like getting an epiphany, giving you an answer to something that you've been wondering about, or making a comment about something. Maybe somebody you just ran into at the grocery store and they start talking to you, and then you never see that person ever again. So, but let's see what else is coming here. And rising flame. Your energy is very, very potent right now. Really attracting a lot of people. Because, you know, all living systems are actually drawn to the light. So yeah, you're attracting good things, but you're also going to be attracting some negativity. People are going to be jealous, and your light is going to irritate some people. And it's like people are drawn to the light, but they're not really ready to be seen. Things that are built on lies, people who build their life on lies, are going to be triggered by you, by your authenticity. So yeah, with the good love that's coming, the good that's coming for you, I mean, there's going to be some naysayers and negativity and all that come your way as well. But that is why you had to build this resiliency. All the lessons that you learned, etc., says a broken blade when healed becomes a weapon. The delays in your life were to make you into the person who can handle everything that's coming. Because it's like heavy is the head that wears the crown. But I know it's from Spider-Man where he talks about, but it's like, with great power comes great responsibility. Okay, so whatever's coming for you, yeah. But I'm getting like you are also the weapon. You're some sort of weapon. Interesting. All right, let me get one more, and then we'll move on to some clarification here. Another deck, but ooh, the Lantern. Wow. Okay. So it says mentorship, guidance, clarity emerging. Illuminate the path for others. Okay. So again, the light, the lantern, illuminate the path for others. You are maybe getting to mentorship, or people who've been watching you are kind of going to be following your path. Like you're the way shower, maybe showing people a different way or a new way to live, to be. Illuminate the path for others. So that is tied to your purpose. But yeah, it's kind of giving like all the stuff that you went through. I wouldn't say makes you a subject matter expert, but people are more likely to believe what they see versus what they hear. So you can tell somebody the right thing to do, the right path, the right way, etc., to do something, but if you're not embodying that, then it's like, why should I listen to you? People want to know, like, there's a shared experience, right? Like, you know what you're talking about, but you've experienced it, so you know that whatever you're telling me, it works. So it's not just about teaching people. It's, yeah, you talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? Or have you walked this path before? Okay. And I love that. So up here we have, on the top, we have the empath's blade, which says healthy empathy and discernment. So you may not have had healthy empathy in the past. Maybe somebody who took on other people's stuff as your own a lot, allowed yourself to be taken advantage of, which is where some of these wounds came in. But it's interesting, we have a broken blade, and then here we have the empath's blade. So there was a point where your empathy was used against you. It seems like that's the blade that was broken and healed. No, so yeah, compassion requires boundaries. So that's maybe one of the lessons, some of the things that happened to you in life. This may be some of the life lessons that you had to learn, setting healthy boundaries. Yeah, you can care about people, but gotta have some boundaries. Okay. So, whew. Oh my goodness. All right, so two of them came out, so I'm just gonna take these two. But I have the ascended self. It says full embodiment, destiny, activation. You are becoming the prophecy. That is a huge calling for somebody. Okay, so what your life may have looked like so far is just a lot of suffering, a lot of hardships and heartaches, and from the outside looking, you may have just felt like, why is everything so much harder for me? So things seem to be moving so easily for others, and it's like every step, every direction you take, there's an obstacle, and it may have been very heavy for you, and didn't quite understand it, you know. And but yeah, full embodiment. It's because you have a really, really big calling on your life right now. You came to this world with this purpose. Oh, it says the ascended self. So on a soul level, maybe who I am talking to here might be an ascended master, reincarnated for whatever purpose or service that this world needs, like a volunteer status. Huh. It says you are becoming the prophecy. That's real intense. And like the night gate, threshold moment, deep transformation, and the only way out is through. So you may be at this threshold, or the threshold moment that you experience, that's getting you to this place of walking the sovereign path, becoming the prophecy, flame rise, etc. There was a moment where you had this gate and you had a choice to make. So whatever it is you were going through in life, it's like, well, I can stay here in hell, but why would I? The only way to get out of this situation, to get out of the pain, the suffering, etc., is to just go through it, get to the other side. And you have done that, which is what's bringing all this, which is how you are becoming becoming the prophecy. Okay, it's like you did something that other people could not have. Other souls would not have been able to handle, would not have survived. Yeah. So it's like, they say, like, what is it? God does not give you more than you can handle. And they also say God gives the toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. So, yeah, if your life has been very difficult and challenging, it's because you have a really big calling on your life. And it's and you were selected for this because you could handle it. And you've never been walking alone. Because if you can think back on situations in your life, you may realize that there were situations that you should not have survived. Situations that should have broken you, would have broken any normal person. You may have had several near-death experiences. But somehow you came out unscathed or just minimally hurt. And that's because you have always been protected, because you are here on this divine mission. But let's get into the archetypes. Ooh, all right. Well, this one fell out, so I'm gonna grab that. Okay. And I swear I am not that short, but everything in here is like so high. All right, so the card that fell out is the Mother. And there happens to be like a pearl in the center. So again, this is about protection. The Mother is very creative, nurturing, but protective. And if you notice, there's a snake coiled around it. So protecting something of high value. And this may be your personality, this may be the archetype that you are embodying right now. You're in this mother phase. But for some of you, this could also point to you having had to heal a mother wound. Wounds related to your femininity, feminine energy in your life, the female side of your bloodline. This may be some healing, some generational healing that you needed to do. Break some patterns that the feminine energies in your family, your bloodline, have been subjected to, or just patterns that have been holding them back. So But this protection energy is giving like protecting something of great value. So pearls. Um, Pearls are formed from grains of sand, and they're an oyster. And initially, that grain of sand is an irritation, right? I mean, I don't know if you ever gotten sand in your clothes or in your shoes. It does not feel pleasant. Or if you've like even gotten a speck in your eye, how irritating it is. So it's kind of like that. You have that irritation, but over time, it becomes a pearl. So all the pressure and unpleasantness in your life, that was what you were birthing something of high value. So I feel like you're this person, like where it says a broken blade, once healed, becomes a weapon. I feel like this is something that you have done, you've been doing. You take it's like alchemy, taking all the negativity that you've experienced and using that to build something, to create something of great value. So I feel like this is where you're at right now. That's the archetype that you're in. And for some of you, this may literally be you are either having a child or will be soon. It's kind of like you're ready. All the things that you have done, because your role was to heal the female energy, feminine side of your bloodline. It's like you have either broken those generational curses or you're doing something. So now you are ready to bring a child into the world who's not going to be born with that generational curse on them. They're not going to be born with that karma. Ooh, that is okay. And oh my gosh, the seed. Yeah, there is a seed planted. You have planted a seed, but then again, when I talk about a pearl, it starts with a grain of sand, the center. So yeah, something small is turning into something big, and it may have taken time, but it is going to be epic. And for those of you where there's a child involved, like you're actually birthing a child, becoming a mother, parent, the child that you bring into the world, being born from the healed version of you, is going to change your family's legacy, is going to change your bloodline. They're going to be the change. Because you're not passing down the same, say, karma, etc., generational curse that was encoded in your DNA from that from your bloodline to your child. You're birthing something new. I got the Lover. Ooh, it's just interesting. It falls on the Flame Rising. So some of you, when I say you're having a child, you may have been like, okay, well, I'm not in a relationship, I'm single, right? Well, seems like, and then with the Lantern, your divine counterpart, you're not here alone, your divine counterpart, if you haven't met them yet, you will be meeting them soon. They've also been on their own healing journey. They had their own bloodline to cleanse, their own generational curses, etc., and patterns to break. And the two of you are in this place where now you can come together and conceive this child to start a whole new bloodline, or start a new legacy for your bloodlines. Ooh, and the Bardo. I'm not really sure what that one means, but it is giving an eye. It's like seeing something. but I am gonna look that up because I'm still learning this deck. This is one of my new decks, but the letter L may be significant. However, L also represents 50 in the Roman numerals. So number 50 or 5, which is associated with change. So 5, 50, letter L, may be significant to you somehow. But somebody is seeing you. Ooh. It's giving like green eyes, blue eyes, hazel. Someone got their eyes on you. Oh, the mountain. All right, so the mountain, it's immovable. That's what I'm getting. But I do feel like this is also a place where you go for to be alone. Someone was, I wouldn't say isolation, but it's more self-imposed. They've been in the mountain. And this person may have had a very rigid thought pattern. Whew. But yeah, they've been watching you though. I do feel like this person has definitely been watching you from their mountain, wherever they've been. So if you don't know who this person is yet, they've had their eyes on you. And for some of you, this is someone you have actually met this person. I feel like they retreated to do some healing. And this may have been inspired by you because we do have the lantern with the guidance and mentorship, the lantern way shower here. And then the flame rising. So I think if you have met this person and you know who that person is, it's maybe a divine counterpart. And when y'all met, I mentioned Kundalini rising earlier. So when y'all met, there may have been like this surge. And if you've been on your spiritual journey for a while, may not have impacted you that much. You may have just been like, oh, okay, there's something there. But for this person, they have like a rigid mindset. Their views may be very different than yours. They may not really be that much into spirituality. And this Kundalini rising started. There was this intense attraction, and they didn't know what was happening, you know? So this person may have retreated, trying to, clarity emerging, trying to understand what's going on. But yeah. And then they've been watching you, you know, watching you from a distance, even if they don't say anything. But they've been watching you and modeling their life after you and making changes, etc. And some of it may be unconscious changes. They may not even be aware that they were changing, you know. Ooh, we got the king. Okay. So the king needs his queen, right? So this person, maybe somebody who's like in a position, a leadership position, etc. So they have to maintain a certain image. But the thing is, without the queen, feminine energy, to balance them out, that king's power can become unchecked and it can be like a tyrant. So yeah. And it's maybe somebody who's just been like working on their finances, really focused on material wealth and material side of things, which makes sense. That's like what the masculine energy is tied to. the masculine energy experiences love and all this other stuff very differently than the feminine energy, but you know, they complement each other and create balance. So ooh. All right, and we have the threshold. That is quite interesting that we have the night gate here, and the very first thing it says is the threshold. It says threshold moment and transformation. So meeting you was this threshold moment for this person, and this is where someone's like on the edge of the cliff. So this person may have like not wanted to take that leap because they're gonna make a lot of changes in their life and maybe scared, you know, of especially what they're feeling is so intense. Because here we got like this heat, fire again, and then with the king got this light. It's like the same colors here, right? So whatever this person's been feeling has been intense. And we got the mystic. So this, we got the butterfly too, which is about transformation and eyes. Yeah. So this person, it's like they're tapping into their spiritual energy, spiritual power, which may be something they didn't believe in. So it's like a lot of changes happening with them, in them, and they're like very confused, kind of scared of what's going on. But then you also come off as this mystic. This is your energy. So it's like they've been learning from you, watching you. And yeah. So now they're on this threshold where they have to take that leap of faith. And I think you're inspiring this person because they may have seen you, I don't know if it's recently or if just over time, you've been taking risks and, you know, jumping in, taking those leaps of faith. And it's like they're seeing you be brave and your transformation, which is inspiring them. So yeah. It's like this person loves whatever transformation you've been through. They are loving it. And we got the mentor again, which goes back to the lantern. Yeah, something is being created. And 6. 6 ties to the lovers in tarot. And we got the owl. So this person might be an air sign or just someone who thinks a lot. Very intelligent person. You may be a very intelligent person, which, I mean, yeah. But yeah. But I'm actually gonna get into the tarot for a little bit before I close this out, because we're almost at 40 minutes and that is quite a lot. So I'm actually just going to take the ones that flipped over and see what the message is here. We got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so fire energy is really prominent in this reading. So you or this person might be a fire sign, or you have it somewhere prominent in your chart. And with this thing earlier, when I said that people are shocked or going to be shocked because they did not think you had this in you, they're seeing a different version of you. This fire energy, this might be your moon sign, because your sun is what people see, what you show people every day, and your moon sign is what really the parts of you that other people don't see, right? The hidden side, the true. I wouldn't say like your sun isn't your true self, but this is more of like the intimate thing where people who know you intimately get to see that. But yeah, we got the Ace of Wands, so there's action, something is happening. And then we got Page of Wands. Yeah, so there's definitely someone being brave, and someone is very, very fascinated by you. It could be more than one someone, but with the Lovers card here, so this primarily points to your divine counterpart, somebody who has had their eyes on you for a very long time, and this person is very impressed. It's almost like they keep watching you, and just when they think they have you figured out, you do something else, and their mind is blown. It's like, how do you keep doing this? How do you keep coming up with those things? And you may not even be aware that this person and other people see you that way, but yeah, you are blowing people's minds, apparently. We got the moon, yeah. So again, I said you may not see that, and I didn't even realize I had the moon in here, but yeah, this is something where it's like you're following your path. You may have been scared to before, but with this, people are watching you, and then you have the both sides, the animals on the both sides. We have people who are supportive, and then we have other people who, they don't really have your best interest at heart. They're not happy about your growth and your success. They may have wanted you to fail, and they may have liked you when you liked it better when you were the smaller version of yourself, because they could control you. And for some of them, it's just that you staying small made them feel better about themselves, you know. So you have the two sides here, but people are watching you follow this path, and then there are those who are scared, and there are those who are inspired by you, and they're going to get on their path as well. They're going to take that leap of faith because they're seeing you do it. And then there are those who are still going to be in that heavy, low vibrational energy, and come against you, etc. Try to tear you down, be an obstacle, rather than work on themselves. It's like they would rather try to destroy what you got going on than to try to build themselves up. And then we have the Emperor. Yes. So the Emperor, this is twofold here. This is you coming into this leadership energy, becoming the emperor, the boss, etc. But all the children around is still giving, like, on the surface, there's the boss, the emperor, the leader, the ruler, but still got your inner child. And this is kind of pointing to inner child wounds that had to be healed. And then the emperor, that's your counterpart as well. So the two of you are mirroring each other, whether or not you know it. This person may have children, but with your mother energy coming out here, this person's thinking about having kids with you. They definitely want to have kids with you. Maybe lots of kids, because there's a lot of kids running around here. But yeah. This person's getting on their path as well. They've been on their path of healing. And again, I did say that you're changing your bloodline through your kids, the seed that was planted. So, and if this person already has kids, like the healing and stuff that they've done, it's like now they're seeing life differently, so they're going to be setting that example for their kids and taking a different approach to raising their kids. And then we have the Star, which is about healing. But I do get this energy, these feelings that this person has. It is becoming very intense because this is giving something explosive. I feel like this person is getting to, like, again, the whole threshold thing, right? They've gone to a place where it's do or die. It's like they gotta jump in, okay? And this person cannot resist anymore. I do feel like they've put up resistance because we got the Emperor here and can be very stubborn. This person's been trying their best to resist you, and I think it's getting to a point where they can't anymore. But whatever it is you're doing, again, your energy is very, very potent, and if this is your counterpart, it is definitely pulling them in like a moth to a flame. They have, it's like their will, they're losing their willpower to stay away from you. So there might be some communication coming in soon from this person. If you've met them, if you haven't met them, and they've just been watching you, they're gonna come forward and say something, make themselves known to you. I do feel like things are gonna be very explosive between the two of you, and gonna move very quickly. But that is where I'm gonna close this, because this went way longer than I expected. But if you got anything out of this, please like and share. And thank you for joining me. And I will see you next time.